Next up, we have the front cameras on the Z Fold 4 and Z Fold 5 of these phones. See how it reacts to light and sun. It's kind of sunny out, but it's definitely really bright. So which one sounds clearer, the colors look better. These are always really hard to do when I'm just like holding these in my hand. Like, you know, normal person, of course I can get some kind of mount, but it's really difficult to do something like this. So, but we'll just walk a little bit and show them kind of next to each other and how they look. Think about the microphones, think about the clarity, think about how it reacts to light. I'm gonna turn them around. There's the grass, sky, palm trees. Really warm day here in San Diego. Go over to this purple. This is really hard to do, but here's the inside camera of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Fold 5. I'm gonna do a little 360. I think when I look at this, the Fold 5 one does look crisper and more sharp. I feel like I can notice that difference. You guys, can you tell the difference? Let me know. Photos and videos, actually. Let's talk about the cameras, the photos and the videos of that. I would say at times I thought the Z Fold 4 looked better or more attractive to my eye. I felt more times than not the Z Fold 5 was probably more crisp and had sharper photos. The videos, kind of up in the air about who wins. They're just so close. It's hard to pick a distinctive winner on here. I do feel like the under display camera for video and photos is better on the Z Fold 5 without a doubt, but the other cameras, it's pretty much a toss-up. Next, we'll check out the brightness for these displays. I personally couldn't tell any difference. And you know, even having them at different angles, they're both maximum brightness. They're both on extra brightness. I had them outside directly in light, and I could not literally tell any difference between the two devices. And I thought I would be able to because the Z Fold 5 does have a much brighter display at up to 1750 nits, versus I think it was like 1200 nits on the Z Fold 4. You really can't tell. I couldn't personally tell. Maybe you'll be able to, but I literally can tell no difference. I also want to talk about the quality of both displays. I literally don't notice any difference at all on these displays. So if you're hoping they would look different, I don't think you'll notice anything particularly different about them. They look so similar, and they pretty much should, because they're basically the same displays for the most part. That's the smaller ones. And then here's the inside displays. Again, they both look super similar. No difference really. If you had these lying on the table and I didn't tell you which phone was which, you would probably have zero idea which one was which. Here's the look of the phones. I do think the Z Fold 5 looks better, at least these iterations of them. I like seeing the black all the way around, especially on the frame of the phone. I think that looks amazing. And this blue looks really nice. But if you like shiny things, you're probably like this one better. Also, the little bit of a different design. The Fold 5 does close completely. Now, I got this question. I don't really notice one's really wider than the other. They're a little bit different, but they're not like, it's not like one's completely way wider than the other in terms of their design. And the designs are so close, you know, it'd be like, okay, I chose the Z Fold 5, but why did I choose it? Really just the colors. It's not like they couldn't do that on here. Software experience is exactly the same. You still swipe up to see your apps. Your settings are exactly the same. You got the bar at the bottom. They both have good lock. They both have the same customizations. They have themes. They're literally the same. There's no difference at all in terms of the software experience that you get. Now, I know someone's gonna ask me about battery life. I haven't had them long enough to compare them completely. The Z Fold 5 should eke it out in battery life with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. I noticed a big difference on my S23 Ultra being the best at battery life of any Samsung phone I've personally ever had. And you've got to give the win for the Z Fold 5 on that. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys, and you know, especially those on potentially upgrading to take hold of those pre-order deals in the last few days. And but just in battery life alone, it's tough to tell a difference at this moment. Next, we'll do a speaker test starting with the Z Fold 4.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I finally got my Galaxy Z Fold 5. I have it in hand. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I finally got my Galaxy Z Fold 5. I have it in hand. I've got the blue color, and I'm going to tell you my first impressions of it. The blue color, and I'm going to tell you my first impressions of it.
It's a very close test just based off of that. I almost want to tell you that the first one, the Z Fold 4, just sounds a little bit louder and crisper. But again, I have them both maxed out on their volumes. You can see. Yeah, it's so tough to tell between the two speakers. I'm just going to call it a draw. Doesn't seem like there's really any upgrade or any downgrade. They both have the same speed charging. Wired, it's 25 watt, and then wireless, it's 15 watt. They both have the same water resistance, which is IPX8. They have no dust resistance. They both have the same size displays on the inside and outside. I showed you earlier, but just to show you again. And the crease, I know some of you are crease people. Supposedly this is about 15% less, and you know, when I feel it, yeah, it does feel like a little bit less of an indent, but you can still see it at certain angles, but don't let that bother you. It doesn't hinder the experience at all. Under display camera, maybe it's a little less noticeable on the Z Fold 5, but I wouldn't be worried about it. It doesn't bug me, and I never notice it anyway. So after comparing these two phones, I really don't see any reason to upgrade. You know, you're gonna get a little bit more performance on this phone. Is it enough or any difference that you notice in day-to-day usage? Not at all. There's just really no reason to upgrade to the Z Fold 5 from the Z Fold 4. Literally not. Unless your phone's completely broken, you need a phone, you're like, I'm sticking with Samsung, okay. It is the best foldable phone that Samsung has out, but there's not that much of a difference, and I hope what I showed you in this video dictates that and shows that off, because I just don't notice really any difference between the things that people mostly use on these. There's not enough reason to want to pay $1,000 after trade-in or up to $1,000 in trade-in, unless you're crazy and you just like to spend money. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.